Assalamu alaikum. Hello friends, this is your host Ijaz Hussain. In this podcast we will discuss about the topic that I'm getting a lot of requests of. It's study here in Romania. There are many people from Asia who are contacting me that they want to get enrolled here in Romania. So today we have with us Andrea. She will lead us and guide us with all the information what is needed, and I already talked to her that of course she's eligible and she's very capable of getting the acceptance letter for you guys. We will get insight of student status here in Romania.
Hello.
Hi Andrea, how are you?
Thank you. Fine.
For the students, what are the major criteria to get accepted here in Romania?
First of all, speak an international language because this was our major problem. As you know, you need to obtain a letter of acceptance from a university that has an international curricula, and especially we have several that we have been worked with for our clients. I do recommend the one from Alba Iulia, for instance, because they have a very friendly program for foreigners, and it is very easy to submit the papers. Everything is very clear. So in the end, it depends on the faculty that you want to enroll in. But of course, you need to make proof that you speak the international language, you have financial possibilities to support yourself during the years of the faculty, that either you will have an accommodation here in Romania, or you will enroll into the faculty's programs of accommodation and so on. And there is a list of documents that's very accessible to anyone, which we also handle. But my major conclusion is that no matter if you apply and you might meet all the criterias, you still might get a rejection with the visa. And when it comes to the letter of acceptance is not something hard. This is very easy. The hard part is to obtain the visa, because when it comes to the interview, they will analyze whether you are very interested into the courses that you want to pursue, or you are looking for a way to enter Romania through a student. And we had, for instance, a person of 60 years old trying to apply for a student visa. And of course, he got a rejection, and we weren't the ones obtaining him the letter of acceptance because we refused him. But there were other colleagues handling this, and they told us, because what are you going to do at 60 years old with a visa? Are you going to make another job? When? So dismissed. Another thing in the interview that the consuls focus on is what are their how can I say history.
Yes.
Like were they in other countries, like other European countries,
history.
traveling or working? Were they in the Emirates, for instance? Because there are some aspects that trigger the consuls into believing that the real interest is not actually studying, but coming here just to live to other European countries. So we as lawyers or professionals, we always do this kind of investigation, and we try to limit the number of the people that we obtain such a letter of acceptance, only if we do believe that their interest is study and not anything else.
One major question that people ask, of course, you already explained about the visa. This was
Yes.
also a very
Yeah.
good question that people were putting me. The second question that they ask is this: that what is the percentage that Romanian universities accept from foreigners?
It is very low. Very, very low. So a lot of people apply, but maybe 10%, 20% of them actually obtain the letter of acceptance due to different reasons. Either they don't submit all the documents, either they don't, they receive the email with the letter of acceptance, but they don't make the payment, because you still have to make some payments in due time. Or I don't know, there are many, many reasons for which they are refused. Also, you need to take into consideration the number of positions that are available in that faculty that are for foreigners. So the first to come is the first to get that application, but it's very low.
No, the question is this: that, for example, what is the percentage of marks that people have to have in the final degree to be easy
I
to
don't
be get
know
accepted?
this. I
For
think
example,
this,
80%, 90%.
I think this is differs from faculty to faculty. I can't give you such a percentage because every faculty has its own rules, and it's also if it's private, if it's public, if they are more interested into having more foreigners for the payments, or if we are talking about the public system, it's of course higher rate of marks and so on. It depends from case to case. What we recommend is that they decide exactly what they want to do, and of course we or anyone else can provide the list of faculties that are in that area.
How is you been a student, of course, of law student for a long
Yes.
time here in Bucharest?
Was I?
How do you feel it as a student here in Bucharest? To being very honest, because I also spent student life here in
Yes.
Romania. How charmful life of a student is here in Romania?
I think it's the nicest life. What I regret is not working during my faculty years, and this is what I want to tell foreigners, that they have also the possibility of working while they are a student here, which is very important. But student life is very nice. Not only do you have a very good education system that encourages you into pursuing your career, but also you have a lot of places where you can eat with cheap prices, okay, but good food. There are a lot of fun places where you can spend your time. You can meet a lot of people, and I would put an accent on the fact that Romanians are very friendly, and they will definitely make a lot of lasting friendships during the faculty years. And last but not least, of course, you can work for 4 hours.
You mentioned the fun part,
Yes.
of course. A lot of fun places. Mention them some.
During my faculty years, I wouldn't go out that much because I was very serious in terms of education.
You are on scholarship?
No, I was free of cost without any.
No, you were getting scholarship. from the
Yes,
state.
yes. This is true. Yeah, it's true. So I was
Keeping your
good girl.
good grades
Yes.
to keep that scholarship,
Yes.
right?
I wasn't. I think I was among the first, but not the first because it's weird to be the first.
You have to be nerd.
I wasn't a nerd. I was a very fun
No,
person.
Yeah, the first place is always for the nerds.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But you can go in Old Town, for instance. I think I remember that those were the places I went most of the time. And also, I remember Grozovești and Regie, if you know.
Yes.
It's close to here.
Yes.
And
I actually grew up there.
I had a lot of fun there because we went to karaoke, for instance. I never sang because of my voice, but still, no, it was.
It's behind Carrefour, that
Yes,
pub
exactly.
where they do karaoke.
I actually lived in Grozovești in how do you say a dorm with my sister. She went to med school and she received a studio there, and we lived there for a couple of years.
Like U buildings, like it starts
Yes,
with
exactly.
U1, U2, U3,
I
right?
don't remember them, but
Yes.
still, it was one of the best time of my life. And of course, I encourage everybody to be very proportionate when it comes to studying, having a social life, also a job. You can do all of them in the same time
Yes.
here in Bucharest.
Seriously, I have seen people, they had so balanced life. Being a student, for example, they were so good students. They were managing their time in such
Good manner.
good manner.
Yes.
They were never missing the classes. They were having all the nicest time of their life,
Yes,
going to the
still
pools,
having fun.
mountains, seaside,
Yes.
everywhere. That nightlife that they were enjoying. Still, in morning 8 o'clock, they were in the
Well,
place.
this is what I call a responsible person.
Yes, and still they were getting 8 and 9s, 8 and 9s.
But you need this kind of
For your mental growth, it's important, I
listen,
guess.
I would never hire a nerd because they lack the social skills.
Yes.
And I've seen this on a daily basis. Nerds are usually hired by big companies to occupy the sociopath position of a leader that has to be a tyrant with their employees, you know.
Yes.
But personally, I'm not focused on the grades. I want to see the social skills over the technical skills because, as I always say, technical you can learn, but social you can't.
It's
Once
very
a psychopath, always a psychopath.
Yes. Seriously, I have seen some people struggling so much in their life to develop the skills.
Yes.
They are paying courses.
Of course, I
They are
understand.
attending seminars. They
Yes.
are attending classes. They're
How to
adults.
speak.
How to speak
Yes.
in front of people. They're
Yes.
adults, and they are going to the courses. They are paying thousands of lives just to develop this skill.
Because
just
they lack the social life in.
social life during their childhood
Yes.
are the years in which they
Yes.
really needed.
Yes, it's true. That's why I encourage people having balance.
Yes. So guys, in this podcast we try to explain you guys what are the criteria to get enrolled here in Romania, what is the procedure, how hard and easy it is to get acceptance letter, and of course it's quite difficult to get visa because counselor will judge you on the base of your motivation, dedication to learn. You have to prove that you really want to learn something and you are going to Romania to learn, not to use a escape route.
But let's add something. Of course, you can come and with the purpose of studying, but also working, because the reality is that not only foreigners but also Romanians need a job in order to support their life during college or during faculty. So they can work, they can hire themselves for 4 hours, they can receive a salary, and with the time they can change from student to a worker or an employee. Okay,
And one, of course, before we conclude next part, I have another question. A student wants to invite his family. Family means either parents to live with him. They are, let's say, retired back in the country.
Okay.
And the person is, of course, having a job here in Romania. He's a master's student, let's say, or a graduate or PhD student.
Yes.
There are 3 categories of students. So young ones
Yeah,
are,
of course.
so we will classify them
But
differently.
in the end, it all remains to the 4 hours that they can work.
Yes, but to invite their family here in Romania, what is the procedure, how difficult and easy it is? And
My opinion is that it's not that easy. If you are a student and you have a wife, yes, it is easy to bring her here. But if you are a student and only work 4 hours, how much money can you make in order to be able to meet the condition to bring your family here? And most of them don't meet this criteria unless they have some money in the bank statements and so on. And also you need to take into consideration that in order for the parents to be brought here, they need to be dependent on the student.
so
meaning
they have to be retired back in the
yes,
country.
retired or medically with issues, or so we had a lot of rejections on from the consul side when they made investigation that in reality the parents weren't dependent on the person that was trying to bring them, no matter if it is a student or not. So it's not impossible, but I would suggest more invitation because it is limited and so on. When you are a student, you don't present that much credibility for the authorities.
For the wife, if somebody wants to bring wife,
Yes.
of course, if a person is coming here in Romania for 4 years or 5
Yes.
years, if he's on scholarship or she is on scholarship, it's for 5 years,
Yes,
right? They want to bring their spouse.
yes, it
And
is
keep
possible as long as she's not a minor. So, yes, they can bring her.
Okay.
You only need to make proof that you have an income, you have a place where to stay, and that your marriage is genuine. Because sometimes it might arise questions.
For example, if a student who is not working 4 hours, or that person is working online,
Okay.
you
Or
know,
work from home.
work from home, or
Remote work.
freelancer.
Yes, freelancer.
They are
Okay.
working as freelancer.
Okay.
They do not have any work contract.
Yes.
Okay, they
Yeah.
they cannot justify their income because probably they're getting back in their country.
But if they have a company or a PFA,
No, but not. For example,
but how do they work?
if I'm working as a freelancer,
Mhm.
I'm collaborating with somebody, or I'm picking up the projects online. Okay,
And you are paid where?
I'm paid back in my country. In
That
Pakistan.
means that you need to send money from Pakistan to Romania in your bank statement so that you can make proof. Sometimes they accept even bank statements from other countries, but from my opinion, we never had a case from Pakistan where you can make proof with the payments that you received there, because there is no joint database how to verify, so it will not present a credibility.
So better is that the person have to have bank statement good enough
Yes, but
of
usually
25
they,
salaries.
yes, usually they send money as a loan from their country to Romania. But one thing that I've seen is that they send money to the statements to the bank, so that it appears on the bank statements. But once they submit the file, then
They
they
take it
withdraw
out.
the money. And when the investigation is being done, the authorities see that there is no money in the account, and they reject. And this is what people need to understand, that it is not enough to have money when you submit the file. You need to make proof that you have the money for the entire period.
Yes.
Because the reality is, why do you need money in the bank account? So
To
that the
spoil your family.
authorities know that you can afford, not spoil, afford to
Support your family.
support, okay, yeah, to have an accommodation, to have a possibility to pay for food, and so on. You are responsible for them financially.
Okay, guys. So, being a student here in Romania, there are a lot of advantages other than having social life, pursuing with the career. You can also invite your family. Of course, it's debatable that what is your condition. You need bank statement to show that you can support them here financially while living with you here in Romania. And of course, it's better place than many other countries in Asia. I hope that you learned a lot of things in this podcast. Please do subscribe and like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok channels. Real Ijaz Hussain. Thank you very much.
Thank you also.